All right, like we said last week, we were going to have our work session, and we thought that it would last about an hour, and it went just a little bit over, but that's okay. We had some good information that we had to cover, and we got some business taken care of. So we will call this portion of our meeting, which is the business meeting, to order. So we are now in session. Typically, we take the first few moments of the meeting to have a prayer or silent reflection on the things that are going on with our system, our state. As I always mention, that when we're sitting up here, we should have the mindset of and the thought of our children and the things that we do. So we do have those guys and girls coming back to us pretty soon, and we're proud of that. So be extra mindful and prayerful for our students that are coming back, and our teachers and our paraprofessionals and everybody that's going to have a hand in their safety and their happiness and their education as we move throughout the school year. So if you'll take this moment with me to silently reflect or pray for those needs. Thank you. The first thing that we have on our agenda is to approve the agenda as presented, but before we approve this, I would like to amend and add an executive session before we get into our general business to discuss some pending legal issues. So I'd like to add an executive session as the first item before general business.
Do you need a motion to do that, or are you just gonna add it?
I think we'll add it, Mr. West, and then we'll go and just approve the agenda with the addition, and if that gets kicked out, then we'll go back and do it a different way. So, now we have to consider the motion to approve the agenda as it is presented with this executive session. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda with the executive session?
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
I'll say.
All right. Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? We'll move to vote on this agenda with the executive session. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Seth is yes. And that motion carries, so this agenda has been approved. Mr. Porter, does the board have right to go to executive session?
Yes, sir, you do, to discuss pending or threatened litigation.
Okay. So with that explanation, we will entertain a motion to enter an executive session.
I make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight's going to second that. Any discussion? We'll move and vote to go into executive session. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, so we are now in executive session. We will go to the meeting room. We'll come back. Motion to come out of executive session.
Make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. I'll second that. Any discussion? And we'll vote to come out of executive session. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Seth is yes, so we are now in executive session. We'll move on to our general business. Under general business A, consider motion for any corrections, additions, or deletions to the July 11th, 2019 board meeting minutes.
I make the motion.
All right, so no corrections, additions, so Mr. Matthews makes a motion to approve those. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight's going to second that. Any discussion about those minutes? And we'll move to vote on that. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Mr. Gore? Self is a yes. I'll just call my own name. That passes. B, consider a motion to approve the financials for June 2019. We have those attached. The total payroll expenditures were $3,736,067.18. And the total non-payroll expenditures, $1,241,860.68.
I make the motion.
Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second? I'll second that. Is there any discussion? No discussion, so we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. C, Mr. Middleton, do you want to bring us up to speed on the one-to-one payoff?
Yes,
I just wanted to, we went to the one-to-one back in February, and it was about 1.7 million total, in that range, maybe 1.8. The total cost of the program, and about 500 or 450,000 was the first payment. If we had set it up on a 5-year lease, and so we ended up making that first payment out of capital funds, and then the balance of it we actually went into a loan or lease with First Southern Bank, and the balance that we owe is 1.38 million, something like that, is what we owe the bank. And the state has approved and given us 1.4 million, just a few $1,000 more than what our loan to the bank is. And we were hoping that there would be monies available, so that technology-related money that this one-to-one did qualify for. So it really kind of worked out. I can't claim that I totally knew this was the way it was going to shake out, but that we basically have enough now that's been presented to us from the state by Governor Ivey to cover that entire loan. By doing, and so we can basically pay off the one-to-one, and we can have all the computer hardware free and clear. We're going to be able to, Derek, it worked out that if we had went to the one-to-one, we would have reduced technology needs for the next few years. So that basically he was going to make the payment out of his budget. So that payment won't need to be made any. So basically it shrinks down our technology budget for the next, I don't know if it's 3 to 4 years, that we'd have to reduce technology budget. And then, and now that would allow the capital funds to build up higher or build faster, and so that we could go into some project and we have flexibility with that increased amount that we'll have, because we'll have a reduced technology budget. So the bottom line is, if we use these grant funds to pay off this loan, we'll have flexibility going forward. We won't be paying any interest on the one-to-one project, and it's just going to be a nice, clean way of handling it. So you've already approved all this, that we go to the one-to-one. This is just discussion of how we can either continue to make these payments over the next 4 years, or we can go ahead and take this grant and knock it out up front and allow us to build funds with flexibility. So I'm really not coming to you to ask for a motion. It's more of this is a way of taking these grant funds that have been provided for technology and using it in this way.
So it was a technology grant.
It was a technology grant.
And we had to submit to the State Department of Education what we planned on using it for, and just so happened it was the same amount as payoff, so it was perfect timing.
I don't know why we wouldn't pay it off and cut interest.
Right, and so we just want to let you know that that's our plan. We want, if y'all wanted us to go a different direction, you could, certainly, we hear that and do it differently. But if we don't have any objections from anybody, we'll just proceed that way. There are some hurdles we're trying to just get over with the examiners, but we're in discussions with them to make sure all that's fine before we do it, but we also just wanted to communicate that to you. And, so, if you have any reservations about any of that, just let us know and we can discuss it further.
Okay. And I know you crunch that every which way you can and far with interest earned if we put it back and interest
Yeah.
paid if we,
That's right, and,
So-
you know, it'll save us, you know, $30,000-$40,000 a year, every year, to go ahead and just pay it off, and so that's a lot more than we could earn.
okay.
So,
All right, thank you.
And Derek has been working extremely hard to get everything ready for this one-to-one. I want to tell him thank you for that, because he's been, him and his team have been really working hard.
Well,
And I appreciate that.
And to the system's credit, Dr. Guess, this is gonna be throwing a bone your way, but Jackson County was way ahead of the curve many years ago when we went wireless and we had established our network. So a lot of forethought and forward thinking has taken place in Jackson County. And you know, a lot of folks may want to throw off on some things here, but I tell you one thing: as far as technology goes, we've been running ahead of the game. So when Huntsville City was looking at us years ago, that was pretty impressive. So and Derek's continuing to do a good job there, so we do appreciate that. It sounds like a good plan to me, and I think the board concurs with that. D, consider a motion to approve the agreement between Jackson County Board of Education and Jackson County Solid Waste providing solid waste dumpsters to Jackson County properties. The amount of the agreement is $105,000 annually for a period of 5 years beginning October the 1st, 2019. That is the recommendation and motion. Do we have someone who wants to move on that? I'll move on that. Is there a second?
I second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? Mr. Dukes, do you want to touch on that or kind of
Mr.
tell us what the
Middleton can
difference of
tell
those
a little bit.
contracts were?
It was about time for us to go into the bid process again, and we have this battle, even though we've had good garbage service, but you know, whenever you're dealing with a company, you know, they're going to try to make as much money as they can. You know, they have a profit motive, and so it was about time to enter in, and there kept being excuses to increase our bill, and we would have to pay off a set amount, but then there would always be additional charges, and so it's the 3-year limit is about to come up. So rather than, you know, I guess somehow we started discussing this with the county, or maybe the county approached us about the possibility of doing this. Where we pay the county instead of paying the business. And what that would allow the county to do is to go in to the communities and kind of establish a base where they actually could pay for expanding routes out into the county, into various communities that are having difficulty getting service. And it just seemed like a win-win, and the county commission and John Kirby and superintendent, you know, had more and more discussions, and they asked to be considered when we did the bid process. Then we found out that we wouldn't even have to bid legally. We wouldn't have to go through any kind of bid process if we were going government to government with the contract. And so they've come up with a price which is basically what the contract price was, the base price over the past 3 years, and they'll extend it 3 more years. Is it a 3-year contract? That's
5 year.
5 year. See, even expanding it longer. And they're, you know, hopefully gonna be grateful that we gave them this opportunity, and they won't, even for the foreseeable future, even after that, maybe they'll continue to hold the price as low as possible. So, because we were getting some bills in the 11,000 range on some months with our existing garbage service, and I think they'll hold it to the you know, $8,500 range each month, and not try to nickel and dime us. So we just
So what was our cost last year on garbage pickup?
It was right at that.
Just for these dumpsters?
Yes.
And I didn't understand the attachment, but is this one time they're just picking it up one time a month? I mean, one time a week, 4 times a month? Is that what the attachment said?
Well, it's, you know, that's, we want the same service that we've been getting from the other company as far as the number of pickups. And,
So is that one dumpster at a school? One dumpster?
No, each school's gonna be able, they're gonna have several, depending on the size of the school, and if they request more.
But it's apples to apples as far as pickup.
as far as, you know, that's what we designed the, you know, the schedule to be, where it would be exactly what we've been receiving. And,
So,
that's,
and just with nodding of heads, because we have principals in here, but your pickup schedule that works for your schools. We don't have overflowing trash, and roosters eating out of the trash like we did at section one year when they were dumping that mess all over the place. So that's been good.
So you're saying the county's already picking this up?
No.
No.
They're about to.
no,
It's been a private.
it's been
Industry.
private business. Now we're gonna convert over, but we gave the schedule that, the private company is doing, and this is where the county's matching.
Now, Mr. Dukes, what happened there? Didn't we used to have a truck where we picked up our own
We
garbage?
did, and probably 2.5 years ago, we sold the truck.
Couldn't keep it running. So Mr. Matthews asked, is that Waste Management that had the bid?
Well, Republic.
Republic?
Republic out of Chattanooga, I believe, is where they're out of, that has it
And that's
now.
another thing, it's getting harder and harder, you know, to get any kind of competition, and Republic has kind of, I guess, kind of a monopoly in a lot of places, and this gives them competition, so this should, help keep them from, even the customers that don't use the county, at least the Republic knows that there's some competition that's gonna be coming in there, so it should help all.
All right, thank you.
And this is the county commission doing this, right?
Correct.
Back up here a little bit, I seen on the check register where we paid them $40,000 last month. What was that for? Had a $30,000 check and a $10,000 check to the county commission.
You know,
We didn't buy dumpsters from them, did we? Wouldn't have been that.
I don't know. I really apologize. You know, that much money, it seemed like that would jump out at me, but, and I'm trying to think if there was.
That may be, I don't know, that may be SRO. Maybe.
Oh,
That-
that was.
That's probably what it
That's
was
what it
about.
is.
Could be.
For
That's
sure.
something I know of.
For
Yeah.
sure, that.
Is that for a year? Is that a year?
Well, no, that's.
No, that would be,
That would be like for a quarter.
yeah.
Because we've got multiples.
But we've,
Yeah.
you know, don't have our own employees, that's right. We pay through a contract with them, and they pay all the benefits.
Yep.
Well, why was this contract, why did they want to do it for 5 years?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't have to be bid, so there's not any kind of, really, probably limit on how much a contract, how many years it can be. You
Yeah,
know,
the agreement provides that it can be canceled if the board is not happy with the service, then it can be canceled. Short of that, the contract would be for 5 years. and then renew it for another 5 years.
So if our cost has been about around $105,000 a year, I don't know many services that cost is cut over year to year, so it's pretty safe to
And
be
what
in
we-
there.
what we're seeking is just that we don't have the increase.
Oh, absolutely.
We're trying to just hold the line on the costs that we have in garbage service.
Mr. Matthews made a good point and said, it's good to keep that money in Jackson County when we can, so we're helping ourselves, I think, with that.
If I could add
Tennessee man.
to the motion, if you approve it, that you authorize Mr. Luke to sign the contract.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Porter. We've had a motion and second discussion, so we will now vote on this recommendation. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. E, consider a motion to approve the supervisor of accountability and resource management job descriptions. Those were presented to us at our last board meeting, and they were resting on the table until today, so we have those. And again, Mr. Duke said that that's not additional personnel and that it's no additional money. It's just reworking job descriptions, correct? Okay. So that is our motion. I'll make a motion on that. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? Then we'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Same thing with F on, as far as the specifics, consider a motion to approve the instructional coordinator job description.
Make that motion.
Dr. Guest makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? No discussion, so we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. Under personnel actions, leaves, consider motion to approve the leave of absence for Stephanie Guffey Freeman, countywide instructional aide, effective August the 1st through May 29th, 2020.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. B, consider a motion to approve the leave of absence of Shannon Harris, 7-hour child nutrition worker at Woodville High School, effective August the 1st through May the 29th.
I make that motion.
Dr. Guest makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. C, consider a motion to approve leave of absence of Sheila Green, a teacher at Section High School, effective August the 1st through August 31st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Retirements, consider motion to approve the retirement of Sheila Green as a teacher at Section High School, effective September the 1st, 2019. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Resignations, consider a motion to accept the resignation of Carrie Wright, CTE Director at Epcot, effective July the 31st, 2019.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Consider a motion to accept the resignation of Beth Strickland, teacher at North Jackson High School, effective July the 18th.
I make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, seconds that. Any discussion? We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Under employments, we've got several, Mr. Dukes, these employments are at the recommendation of the principals and directors, correct?
Yes.
And
or myself.
And or the superintendent.
Since these are employments, can you kind of give us a background on them, whether or not they're pink slip, new teachers, what they're gonna be teaching and all that kind of stuff, since we didn't get a package this month?
Some of them have them in there because this person's a history teacher.
There wasn't that, yeah, some of them do,
Some of
some
those
of them
don't.
don't.
Mr. Dukes, if you know when we get there.
It pretty much tells on all of them, like elementary teacher, can't tell you exactly what grade, but you go on, it says assistant principal, and it says history teacher, assistant football coach. I mean, it has it laid down, except the grade level and the number of students they'll have in class and what their daily schedule would be.
If there's anything that needs to be brought out, that you know, just do that at discussion. Under A, employments, consider a motion to employ Callie Porter as a history teacher at Stevenson Middle School effective August the 1st, 2019.
I make that motion.
And Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds. Any discussion?
Is this a paint slip or is this a new hire?
New hire.
New hire. Any other questions? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Yes. Self is yes. Motion carries. B, consider a motion to employ Drew McNutt as assistant principal at North Sand Mountain High School effective August the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds. Any discussion?
Is Mr. McNutt, is he one of our teachers?
No.
Where's he from?
Scottsboro.
Didn't people sitting behind this podium fussing in 2014 about us hiring people from other systems, and we've hired a lot of them from different systems now?
Is there any other questions?
That's my question about it. I don't have a problem with Mr. McNutt, but
See, yes from Mr. West. Is that correct?
I started the other end.
I'll start. Yes. Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Unanimous. C, consider a motion to employ Denise Higgins as elementary teacher at Skyline High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Knight makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Matthews second. Any discussion?
Is this a pink slip?
I voted on that pink slip.
Huh?
I voted on her, she was pink slip.
Okay,
Thanks, sir.
thank you.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Self, yes. Motion carries. D, consider a motion to employ Melissa Womack, special education service teacher at Sexton High School effective August 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds. Any discussion?
Is this a pink slip or is this a new hire?
Pink slip.
Vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Self is yes, motion carries. E, consider a motion to employ Jim Smith, a 4-hour custodian at Dutton School effective August the 1st. I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Self is yes, motion carries.
Custodians are important too. That's a new hire for us there. He's a bus driver, but that's a new hire. That's
Okay.
important also.
That was a retirement, I think. F, consider a motion to employ Tanya Dobbins as a countywide school bus driver effective August the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds. Any discussion? We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Self is yes, motion carries. G, consider a motion to employ Amanda Pilot as a temporary 7-hour child nutrition program worker at Woodville High School effective August the 1st.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion?
Was this a pink slip?
This is a temporary, I think that's whose spot is going on
It
a
was
leave,
pink
right?
slip one down?
This
Do
is,
what?
we had somebody who was going on a leave,
Oh, okay.
and this is a temporary for that year service, correct, Jenna? Okay. We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, a yes, motion carries. Consider motion to employ Callie White as a temporary child, countywide instructional technology specialist, August the 1st. This is the first semester only. I'll make a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, a yes, motion carries. Consider motion to employ Zach Hart as a history teacher, assistant football coach at Section High School effective August the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion?
Is this a new hire?
This is a new hire, but I'd really appreciate if you would look back at your board agenda from May so you would know, so you don't have to embarrass if anybody's in the crowd, hey, were they pink slipped or not? I'd appreciate some common courtesy for the people that
Okay,
could be in
I
the
would
room.
appreciate it if you put out a hiring package where we could have it too, but you didn't. We wouldn't have had
I
to go
followed
through
board
this.
policy.
Okay, so we're gonna move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. J, consider motion to employ Cassie Ball as a 50% elementary teacher at Skyline High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Knight makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. K, consider a motion to employ Franklin Pritchett as countywide bus driver effective August the 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. L, consider a motion to employ Destiny Freeman as a countywide Indian education instructor effective August the 1st, 2019. I'll make a motion.
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. M, consider a motion to employ Jennifer Mays as a countywide Indian education instructor effective August the 1st.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Knight makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. N, consider a motion to employ Angie Tinker as a countywide instructional aide effective August the 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Motion carries. O, consider a motion to employ Beverly Sis as a countywide instructional aide effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Knight's going to second that. Any discussion? We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. P, consider a motion to employ Amy Crump as a countywide instructional aide effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Matthews makes that motion. Second?
Second.
Dr. Guess seconds that. Any discussion? None. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. Q, consider a motion to employ Marissa Moses as a countywide instructional aide effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guess seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. R, consider a motion to employ T.J. Perry as a countywide instructional aide effective August the 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
Was this pink slip?
You tell me.
Yes.
I can tell you it
Okay.
was. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Motion carries. S, consider a motion to employ James Brooks as a 50% social science teacher at Stevenson Middle School effective August the 15th.
I make that motion.
Second.
We got a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Yes, motion carries. T, consider a motion to employ Tracy Reddick as an English language arts social studies teacher at Bridgeport Middle School effective August the 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion? We have a second. Any discussion?
Is this a new hire?
This is replacing a retirement.
Retirement.
New hire.
Retirement, new hire.
Thank you.
Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Matthews?
Yes.
Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Says yes, motion carries. U, consider a motion to employ Samantha Carson as countywide Indian Ed instructor effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Matthews makes a
Second.
motion. Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Self, yes, motion carries. Under transfer, consider a motion to transfer Anita Farmer from 75% teacher to 100% teacher at Bryant School effective August 1st. I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Matthew seconds that. Is there any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. B, consider a motion to transfer Regina Wilhite from 50% teacher to 100% teacher at Bryant School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Matthew makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guess going to second that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
So, yes, motion carries. C, consider a motion to transfer Candace Britt from teacher at Stevenson Middle School, secondary math teacher at Section High School effective August the 1st. I'll make a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Matthew seconds that. Any discussion?
Is this a voluntary transfer?
Yes.
Say absolutely. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Self is yes, motion carries. D, consider a motion to transfer Kyle Nix from teacher at Bridgeport Elementary School to special ed services teacher at Bridgeport Middle School effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion?
Again, this is a voluntary transfer.
Yes, I spoke with him, and it is voluntary transfer.
Okay. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. E, consider motion to transfer Cassandra Adkins from a teacher at Stevenson Middle School to teacher at Stevenson Elementary School effective August 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, motion is second. Any discussion?
Again, that's voluntary transfer. All of them voluntary.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Motion carries. Consider motion to transfer Megan Wright from teacher at Stevenson Elementary School to counselor at Macedonia School and Section School effective August 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews, second. Any discussion?
She volunteered.
Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Self says yes, motion carries. Under contracts, consider motion to contract with the following employees for virtual school teachers for the 2019-2020 school year. All right, so we have Cody Brown, Scotty Ball, Melissa Brown, Kim Paris. What is this for her?
Tristica Adams.
Christica?
Tristica Adams.
Jessica Adams, Lauren Schrader, Johnny Holman, Suzette Anderson, Dana Keller, Stuart Cisco, Gus Hembry, Deion Sarton, and Allison Vernon. I'd like to take those all in one motion.
They get paid $125 per pupil, per credit, if the pupil reaches 80% completion.
And how many students do we have in this virtual program?
I think we've got about 30 roughly now, but that number will grow, I anticipate.
And this is just going to service our students for the time being, right?
It's
This is just
It's the difference from where we used a computer program last year. We thought rather than paying a company everything, we're still paying some, but we'll pay our people some.
Okay. So it'll operate just like an online class.
And it's actually cheaper.
They're set up with their curriculum. Okay, so this is a contract. I'd like to take all of these in one motion. I'll make that motion, as a matter of fact. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews, second. Any discussion? Again, thank you for the description on that. We vote
Why do we need, if we got 30 students, why we got 13 teachers?
subjects.
You have to have a teacher for every subject, 7 through 12, core subjects and electives. It's got to be 7 through 12.
And these are teacher salaries?
It's $125 per student if they complete 80% of their objectives. If they complete 75% of the objectives, it's set at zero money. All right, so there's $125 per student if they reach 80% of their completion objective. Okay, so, and these people are by subject, by grade level, and so we have all of our cores covered.
And there may be more to add later.
Okay,
Um,
it's gonna be the same rate. Any further questions? We vote, Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Self, yes, motion carries. Coaching supplements, we had a, that's a question, Chief. Okay. So, we had some discussion on this during our work session. Dr. Guess had mentioned taking a look at that. Is this one that we want to go ahead and, I know we've got football that's coming up and they're about to start that sport. Something we can look at over the coming school years, and we can come back and revise this,
That's fine.
especially for those spring sports and those that, okay, so I think we can go ahead and take this motion. So consider a motion to approve the coaching supplements for the 2019-2020 school years, and for the most part, Mr. Dukes, this was fall sports. that
Fall
we're looking at.
sports, yes.
Okay, this can be revisited. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Mr. Knight. Any discussion? And we'll vote Mr. West.
Yes.
Mr. Matthews.
Yes.
Mr. Knight.
Yes.
Dr. Guess.
Yes.
Seth is yes, motion carries. Under announcements, we need to have a board meeting on August the 7th. which is gonna be a Wednesday.
It's the first day for students, but that's why I'd like to hire it that day is to, the earlier in the morning we can have it, the earlier we can send people where they belong.
Okay. You get on the road, I know, in the mornings for work, so what's gonna work best for you?
6, 7,
7?
7. He didn't like that 6, did he?
I'm just glad you didn't say
I leave a lot earlier than that.
You
but
take
I-
off for quarter today?
We're not going hunting.
Okay, so we're gonna go with 7. Well, all I need is an amen or something on that. So that's gonna be 8, 7, at 7 a.m.
We can work it.
Mr. Dukes will bring a biscuit for everybody.
So Chris is gonna do that, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he'll bring the
He'll bring
Pepsi.
the
He'll bring the
drinks.
Pepsi, Mr. Dukes
He's
gonna bring
the
biscuits.
drinks.
All right, Mr. Dukes, any other announcements that you think of that we need to make before we?
For you board members, like I said in the work session, y'all are invited to Institute Thursday at 8 o'clock. It's from 8 to, like I said,
9:30.
scheduled to be 9:30. It could be a little shorter. And just excited to get the new school year kicked off. Like I said, we've got one more meeting to get folks in place, but we're excited about the new year with the 1-to-1, and we've got so many different folks and so many different places. We're just excited about it. The morale is very good. It's at an all-time high in my opinion, so I'm excited about it.
All right, nothing else, and we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
Matthew, you make the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Knight seconds that. I'm going to assume there's no discussion on adjournment, so all in favor of adjourn say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We adjourn. Thank you, Chief.